What's up, everybody? Nate here. So there's sort of been recession warnings from just about everyone you can think of in the United States. Businesses on Wall Street have had really bad earnings reports, and now those CEOs are projecting really bad outlooks for the rest of 2022. And it looks like that is starting to affect everyone, including Elon Musk and Tesla. Recently, Tesla sent out an email to all of its employees saying that it was going to cut off around 10% of all of its workforce. And Elon Musk is going one step further and warning them that a recession could be coming and that he has a very bad feeling about our economy's future. So today I want to talk about what is going on at Tesla, what Elon Musk just said to his employees, and why this might be one of the first major warnings for a recession in the United States. But before I get into all of that, do me a quick favor and hit smash or destroy that thumbs up button below and ring that notification bell too. Both of those two things are completely free and they help to show me that you like this video and that you want to see even more just like it. Thank you so much for doing that, and now let's jump into things. So Elon Musk recently said that he has a super bad feeling about the United States economy, and he's being preemptive with his company Tesla by slashing a lot of the workforce. Now I want to read the actual email that Elon sent to his employees. Quote, Tesla will be reducing salaried headcount by 10% as we have become overstaffed in many areas. Note, this does not apply to anyone actually building cars, battery packs, or installing solar. Hourly headcount will increase, Elon. So essentially, this affects a lot of Tesla's office workers or their executives. And this is a really interesting time for this announcement because Elon Musk and Tesla just made another huge announcement regarding their workforce. Just a few days ago, they sent out another message. This was separate from the cutbacks that all office workers need to return to the office. And if they don't want to or don't show up, Elon can essentially assume that they've resigned. Now, it's not clear exactly what Elon Musk said in that announcement or what Tesla was trying to do, but this could make a lot of sense following this trend of cutbacks in the United States. Many other businesses, whether it's tech or traditional companies, have also laid off or cut a large portion of their workforce over the last few months. There has been a lot of bad earnings reports, meaning that businesses on the stock market are not making a lot of profit, and they're taking on a whole bunch of additional costs. Elon kind of talks a little bit about that in this message here. He says that Tesla is currently overstaffed. A lot of companies have become overstaffed over the last couple of years because they're trying to cope with a lot of these supply chain issues. They've been hiring a lot of people because of the Great Resignation, but they've also been paying them a whole lot more. That has led to additional costs, and with inflation going up and supply chain issues causing even more issues for American consumers, well, sales are going down and now they have to flip-flop, cutting back a lot of their employees. So Tesla at the moment has around 100,000 employees, so 10% of that would be around 10,000 employees. Things at the moment are still looking up for the world's largest automaker though, as in Q1 2022, they had record earnings. So they're still producing a lot, and all of the supply chain issues and problems with our economy right now aren't really affecting them or the auto market right now. But Elon Musk is kind of looking forward. He sees a lot of things that's coming out of the Federal Reserve and from other businesses that are eventually going to affect his own. Some of the things we need to consider here is Tesla's stock. Now, the stock market in general has gone way down from hitting record highs back in November and December of 2021. However, Tesla stock in particular has gone way down. At one point, it was valued at $1,200 or more for one share. Now it's hovering around the $700 mark. And there are a lot of different reasons for that. Elon Musk recently bought Twitter. There is a lot less liquidity on the stock market, and the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates. So all of that is going to have a general effect on the New York Stock Exchange. Not to mention that we're still having a hard time getting microchips, so all of those electronics and industries that require them are going to be going down for the foreseeable future. They simply can't make all of the things that consumers want right now. But it also looks like Elon Musk and Tesla are going to be in a hiring freeze as well. They currently are stopping all hiring across the world. And again, this is all because of Elon's premonition of a bad recession in the future. Elon could be looking at a variety of different things here. He could be looking at the combination between inflation and rising interest rates restricting the economy far too much for consumers to go out and buy things, and that is going to affect Tesla directly. They have a product that people need to buy, and as costs for them go up, they have to now sell a whole lot more, but consumers aren't going to be able to buy as much, and that's going to affect and hurt Tesla in the future. We haven't really seen that yet, but as we have more consumer price index reports coming out for June and May 2022, we'll start to see how trends are going for the auto market and how people are starting to purchase vehicles. If we continue to see prices going up, then you know there's a whole lot of demand, but it could also mean that supply is going down. If we see that the cost of new and used vehicles is starting to slowly come back down, then that means demand is going down too, and so is supply. That is a bad combination for an automaker. So Elon Musk is cutting costs, but he's not cutting costs in his auto production. So that could mean that he thinks a recession is coming, but he still wants to produce as many vehicles as possible in order to meet that demand. Elon Musk recently commented on the chance that the United States will see a recession, saying, quote, "I think we are probably in a recession, and that recession will get worse. It'll probably be some tough going for, I don't know, a year, maybe 12 to 18 months is usually the amount of time that it takes for a correction to happen." And he is definitely right there. I believe that the longest recession in the United States was 18 months, and the shortest was just 2 months. We actually saw that back in 2020. The problem is we don't technically know that we're in a recession just yet. The last Q1 GDP report did show that GDP was dropping in the United States, but that was mostly because inventories were on the rise for businesses. They weren't producing as much. They were trying to bring in as much as possible from overseas, so that way they could keep up with consumer demand here at home. That was an additional cost though, but as people spend a whole lot less, they won't need to take on as many costs. Obviously, consumer spending drives around 70% of our GDP, so with people spending a lot less, that's going to hurt a whole bunch of businesses. Elon Musk believes that this is going to be a good thing. He said, quote, "This is actually a good thing. It has been raining money on fools for far too long. Some bankruptcies need to happen." And that recessions serve a vital economic cleansing function. When a recession happens, you have all of the bad assets, all of the things that aren't really stable eventually dissipate and disappear in an economy. We have seen a lot of companies and investments and markets go from 0 to 1,000,000 in such a short time over the last couple of years. Elon Musk believes that this is a problem, and he's probably right. If we see a recession in 2022, we're going to see a lot of businesses and a lot of jobs disappear from our economy. But what you've got to remember is we're way up here and we need to be way down here. So he's sort of preemptively preparing his company Tesla for that, but this is going to be a whole lot more difficult if we actually do see a recession and consumer sentiment and spending goes way down. Tesla and a lot of other companies may have to lay off or cut their workforce by even more. That's going to hurt production, that's going to hurt demand, and everybody is going to spend even less at that point. I mean, if Americans can buy something, then they're going to do that. But if there's just not enough supply because automakers aren't making enough vehicles, well, then they're not even going to be able to have the chance to purchase a vehicle. So that could hurt Tesla and other automakers a lot, but what you got to remember here is that the big three automakers and Tesla are in a way better position today than they were a long time ago. I mean, if this happened around 10 years ago to Tesla, well, Tesla might not be around today. They had to take on a whole bunch of debt in the beginning just to survive. But they are actually a profitable company now, and they're starting to expand, so this may not actually be all that serious for Tesla. They've got a lot of strength and good fundamentals, so they may actually survive this, but that doesn't mean that they're going to have an easy time. They're probably going to have to make a lot of cuts to a lot of different things, and that's unfortunate. We see that a lot in recessions, and like I said, they're not going to be the only one, and they're already not the only one because businesses have been doing this over the past few months. But Tesla is one of the largest companies in the world in terms of market cap, and like I said, has over 100,000 employees. So this is not something that we should ignore. This could be a potential sign that, yeah, a recession is coming. Or it could just be Elon Musk making a plan, like everyone should do with their finances right now in case we do see a recession, and of course, in case we don't see a recession. I mean, it's gonna hurt in the short term, but I guess you can always hire those workers back. But now I want to hear from you on this issue. What do you think about Elon Musk cutting around 10% of his Tesla workforce? Do you think that he is doing the right thing because a definite recession is coming in the United States? Or do you think that Tesla has been mismanaged over the last few months or so, and Elon Musk is making a lot of mistakes that could lead to the death of Tesla? Whatever your your thoughts are, leave a comment below before you go. But that is it for today's business and financial news breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay up to date with all of the top business and financial news from around the country, our team puts together a free daily newsletter, and you can subscribe to it by clicking the link in this corner right here. And if you want to stay up to date with me and everything else happening in the business and financial world, I'm putting out updates 7 days a week over here on this channel, and I've actually got another one ready for you right here, so be sure to check that out before you go. That is it for me, everybody. Be kind out there, and I'll see you all in the next one.